back into the on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep, and they will elect to not 5. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And that play is blown up. Catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You have a lot to handle in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. This return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
On 1st down, Hurts. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
1-yard line.
They go play action with Hurts. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage. after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here is looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 3rd down, Jackson throws right side, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Panthers 7, Vikings nothing.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Taylor. And he'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Carrier.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. From the 16, Jackson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Landon Collins. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up near the 29. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
1st and 10, Taylor now. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Jackson's pass.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key word.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 5 yards on the pickup. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. 2nd Charles, that he ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. Well, the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right, throw that to them. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
10 at the 43-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
10 at the 44-yard line.
Reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. He'll layer this one out deep for Sims. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives. Well, when you've got a tight end who can run, you've got to give him a shot to unlock the defense. Want to see what they can get, taking the big shot downfield. That one winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. throw here, hauled in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Steps away to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Hurts to throw. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Badgley's kick is good. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. From the gun, Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Hooked by Jeff Gladney. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back seven, phenomenal.
Can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
31-yard line.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. It's caught on the right side at Smith. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
3rd and 10.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Burt sets up to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be because you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'll be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. That little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. First down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop it for a loss of 4.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Hurts. He's going to intercept it a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson going to look to do it himself, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He's going deep for Brown. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent, that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They start the drive with Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle to Smith. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now a first down throw complete downfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Michael Badgley set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, incomplete. The turnover will really help there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And some room to maneuver. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Jackson's going to look to run it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. to run with Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Penny, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Rashad Penny, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big gainer there on the catch and run. 37 yards. Back in the first quarter, you said it. They need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Dancing to his left. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
Incomplete on the throwaway.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And this is back down to a 7-point game. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Touchdown, Carolina! Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown on the season. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal, and the way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And we return welcoming. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. The throw taken in by Sims. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Those passes intercepted for the 4th time today. Tucked it near the 5. Now the return will stop right around the 25. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jackson flush to his right. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run forward with Penny. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on
Nothing fancy really on either side. They were just trying to punch it between the tackles, but could not get it done.
That felt very old schoolish, didn't it? Because we always talk about how we spread it out on offense nowadays and try and create some running lanes. That one was really tight. Go get it. A big pile of bodies. Didn't quite get there.
their own 36-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive in a relatively quick manner. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
At the 47-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Second down, here's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Open man here, Sims complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers 19. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Quan Alexander picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. Second and 24. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. Third and long coming up. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Out of the gun now on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to be taken down there from the 35-yard line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
43-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. He's going deep for Brown. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 12. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, interception, two-score game. They need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
At the 48-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. And a lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. That'll be complete to Cook. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain at all on the play there. That brings up 4th. They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw.